Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Scottsdale Stadium. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. Another night of baseball for the Notre Dame Saints. And tonight they're in the stadium at Scottsdale to take on the Saguaro SaberCats. It is considered a home game for Saguaro. Again, remember this one was rained out back the first part of March. And so this one being made up here tonight. And Notre Dame, the visitors, and Casey Scott leads off. Scott took the first pitch for ball one. Now a breaking ball across for a strike. Notre Dame enters the ball game at 13-9 on the season after a disappointing loss last night to Arcadia. And now Casey Scott with a fly ball into shallow left field, actually into left center some, and the catch is made for the first out. So an F7 starts the ball game, but 13-9 for Notre Dame, 8-2 in region play for Saguaro. The SaberCats playing in 4A Division I baseball, 19-5 on the year, and they are 8-1 in region play. Now Taylor Scott. And Taylor takes a pitch inside for ball one. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss for a strike, and it's 1-1. Casey Scott leads off. Taylor Scott bats second. Brian Papor is third at first base. Joey Grenko, the catcher, hits fourth. Joey Levisi at third base bats fifth. Bobby Conan is sixth. He plays center field. As the next one is low and away, 2-1. Bottom third of the order for Notre Dame, Greg Hopkins, the DH. Robert Mann in left field, and Stephen Barry in right. And the 2-1 pitch. Grounded foul outside of third base, and the count moves to 2-2. So the Saints look to come back in a tough test tonight here at Scottsdale Stadium, as Saguaro, as I mentioned, 19-5 on the year. And it is a battle of two number ones in power points as Taylor Scott swings and misses for strike three, and that's the second out of the first inning. But Notre Dame, even with the loss yesterday, still number one in power points in 4A2 baseball. And Saguaro sitting atop the power points in 4A1. So now Brian Papor for Notre Dame as he bats with 2 outs and the base is empty. Dalton Kiley is the starting pitcher for the SaberCats. A senior right-hander. Papor going to try to bunt his way on it. It's a good bunt if it stays fair, but it will roll along the line and end up in foul territory. That was about the only play for Saguaro because it was a good enough bunt with the third baseman playing a couple of steps behind the bag at third. That was going to have to be a foul ball, otherwise a bunt base hit. So Papor will come back and try it again here. Down in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Defensively for Saguaro, as I mentioned, Kiley the starting pitcher. Alec Doggenbaugh is the catcher. Brandon Demarest plays first base. Ben Tingley is at second. Reed Austin at third, and Josh Champman the shortstop. As the pitch to Papor is a strike, and then an outfield for Saguaro of Austin Anderson in left, Zach Gibbons in center, and Kyle Young in right. The 0-2. And a swing and a ball down in the dirt. The catcher comes out and does a nice job. Doggenbaugh clears that runner and throws to first base. And the side retired, a 3-up, 3-down first inning for Notre Dame. After a half, it's the Saints nothing and Saguaro on their way up. We begin the bottom of the first inning. Austin Anderson leads off for Saguaro. And right on the first pitch, fouls it straight back for a strike. Zach Gibbons bats second for Saguaro, then Chris Ackman is the DH. Brandon Demarest hits fourth. Reed Austin is fifth. Alec Doggenbaugh, the catcher, bats sixth. Josh Champman is seventh. Kyle Young, the right fielder, eighth. And the second baseman, Ben Tingley, bats ninth. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Knapp on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. So Knapp gets the start for Notre Dame. Greco behind the plate. Papore at first. Taylor Scott at second. Casey Scott at short. Joey Levisi at third. Mann, Conan, and Barry left to right in the outfield. And a ground ball to the right side. Picked up and, well, it got off the glove of Scott. Made a diving try there and could not get the ball clean. Had a long way to go, laid out for it, but it got by him. And it's an infield base hit. Now, I guess maybe just a straight-up base hit as the ball did trickle out of the outfield grass. So Anderson aboard. And the batter is Zach Gibbons. Anderson out at first base, 11 for 11 in stolen bases on the year. Going on the first pitch, a swing and a miss. The throw to second is late, and it's a stolen base for Anderson. Gibbons down a strike with a runner at second base. Now looking to maybe put the ball on the right side and move the runner up to third. Knapp sets, and the next pitch rather fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. Knapp checks back to second. Hangs out the shortstop to dry there. Casey Scott. Taylor gets around that baseball and throws to first base. And it's not in time. Some good speed there for Gibbons on the infield base hit as Anderson moves to third, and it brings up Chris Ackman. So Knapp with a couple of ground balls, but both of them infield hits for Saguaro, and they're in business with runners at the corners. And nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. No scores. Notre Dame went up and down in order in the top of the first. And the first one to Ackman is low for ball 1. The 1-0. On the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. And we've got updated stats for both squads. We'll get those to you a little later on in the ball game. Fake to third, and a look to first again. Nothing happening there. That time it looked like the move was a little bit different for Knapp. As once he put that left leg up, just kind of hung there for a second, maybe trying to freeze those base runners or make them think he was going to deliver to the plate. The 1-1 is a fly ball hit well out to center field. Bobby Conan going back. It's going to get over his head. It bounces up against the fence, and 2 runs will come in. Ackman's going to be waved around to third base. There will not be a throw. It's a 2-run triple, and Saguaro leads 2-0.
First baseman, number 10, Brandon Demarest.
A big hit for Chris Ackman, and as I said, we've got stats, and we'll get the rest of them to you, but Ackman came in with 36 RBI of the year, and so he had 37 and 38. He's close to 40, and Notre Dame does not have a player at 20 yet on the season. Now Brandon Demarest, as he took the first pitch low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Low again, 2 balls and no strikes. A runner at third base, still nobody out in the inning for Saguaro. The 2-0. There's a breaking ball across for a strike, and it's 2-1. breaking ball for a strike. 2-2 now on Brandon Demarest. Reed Austin next for Saguaro. The 2-2. Ground ball. Nice play by Papore. The runner will come in, but Papore takes a base hit away from Demarest as he dives to his right to catch the ground ball. Ackman scores to make it 3-0, but the Saints record the first out of the inning.
Number 15, Reed Austin.
And the batter is Reed Austin. And now time called. Notre Dame playing their third game of the week. Still 2 more coming up. They'll be on the road at Maricopa tomorrow night at 6. And at home on Friday night at 7 against Seton. And a breaking ball for a strike. Knapp's 0-1. Another breaking ball and another pitch on the corner. And it's strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is fouled back, and that's out of play. Knapp with another one and another breaking ball. It's low and away, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three 0 Saguaro. SaberCats batting in the first. And another breaking ball that's bounced in there, and it goes to the backstop, and the count's 2-2. Two and two on Austin with 1 out. Base is empty. And on the breaking ball that time, fouls it back, and it's 2-2. Or remains 2-2, I should say. Alec Doggenbaugh, the catcher, next for the SaberCats. The fastball is high, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. A big difference in the inning. Again, Notre Dame went up and down in order as Dalton Kiley had a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. Going to pop up first base side. Papore is going to give chase. He'll run out of room down the right side. And so Austin making Sam Knapp work here in the first inning. 8 pitches already. A breaking ball close, but just outside according to the plate umpire, and that's ball 4 for Austin. So he works a walk, and now he's aboard at first base for Doggenbaugh.
Number 9, Alec Doggenbaugh.
First pitch has popped up into foul territory. Levisi and Greco over, and it's Levisi that makes the catch in foul territory, and that's the second out.
Shortstop, number 18, Josh Champman.
2 away for Josh Champman. And the first one across for a strike. Snaps 0-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. 3-0 Saguaro. SaberCats hitting in the bottom of the first. And it's been a lengthy bottom of the first inning. 7th hitter in the inning. And a swing and a miss as Greco wasn't able to pick it up there. Plate umpire indicated that Champman could run if he chose, but he gives himself up by walking back to the dugout, and the side is retired for Saguaro in the first. 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1 after an inning of play at Saguaro 3 and Notre Dame nothing. Joe Greco, the leadoff hitter for the Saints in the second, and the first pitch is a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 1. Greco, Lavisi, and Conan for the Saints. Game number 23 on the season for Notre Dame. Just 5 left in the regular season after this one. And Greco with a line shot out to left field, and that gets past the left fielder Anderson. Gibbons will get to it as Greco tries for second base, and he's in with a leadoff double for Notre Dame.
Third baseman number 9, Joey Lavisi.
Ezzy Ramos will run at second base as the courtesy runner. And Joey Lavisi makes his way to the plate for the Saints. Three 3-0 Saguaro, but the Saints with a leadoff double to start the second inning. And the first one to Lavisi is hit the other way, and that's into right field and down for a base hit. Ramos is held. The throw misses the cutoff man, but Saints not able to take the extra base. Lavisi stops at first. And it puts runners at first and third as Dog and Ball is out to talk to Kiley. And Bobby Conan will be the batter for Notre Dame. Conan ready, and the first pitch is popped up, and this will get out of play. Now the set on the 1-strike pitch. And it's a breaking ball low, and it's 1-1. First and third with nobody out. Saints trailing by 3 as they bat in the second. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss. One and two on Conan. And Kiley's pitch. That's on the outside corner, and that is strike 3. So Conan, the first out of the inning. And the batter is Greg Hopkins.
Greg Hopkins.
Hopkins takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. And Notre Dame with a nice win on Saturday night against Sunrise Mountain as the breaking ball is low, and it's 1-1. And then went over to McClintock on Monday before stumbling yesterday in the loss to Arcadia as the Titans scored 2 runs in the 7th after Notre Dame had scored 1 in the bottom of the 6th to break a 3-3 tie. The 1-1. A swing and a miss. One and two on Hopkins, one out with runners at first and third. Top of the second inning, Notre Dame trailing Saguaro 3-0. The 1-2, and that's fouled off on the first base side. What big change in weather again this week as it was warm, approaching 90 on Monday, and let up a little bit yesterday, and now tonight, sweatshirts and jackets for most of the people in the stands. Another 1-2, and this one fouled back and out of play. Runner goes, the ball hit on the ground. That's going to be a fair ball. They get the out at first, and the throw to the plate is not in time. Ramos scores, and Notre Dame is on the board. And Notre Dame now trails by a score of 3-1. So Hopkins on a ground out, but he gets an RBI as Ramos scores as the courtesy runner for Greco. Levisi goes to second base, and so as we reset, a runner at second base and 2 outs, a run in for Notre Dame. And as they bat in the second inning, they trail 3-1. And now Robert Mann. And Mann takes a breaking ball inside corner for strike one. The 1-strike pitch. That's low, and it's 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to Mann. Stephen Barry, the on-deck hitter. And the pitch misses just inside. It's 2-1. Next one down and off the glove of the catcher. Levisi will get to third base. And the count 3-1 to Mann. Three to 1 Saguaro. Saints hitting in the top of the second. And the 3-1 pitch is outside. That's ball 4. Mann works a walk. And the batter is Stephen Barry. Now Levisi at third and Mann at first with a run in for the Saints, looking for another base hit to keep the inning going and try to bring in another run, get a little closer. And Barry pops it up first base side. This will get into the seats. Nothing in 1 on Barry. The set and the 0-1. And a ground ball picked up at third, and a throw across the diamond in time as Austin throws out Barry, and the Saints' second inning is done. Notre Dame gets a run with 2 hits. They leave 2 after an inning and a half. Notre Dame trails Saguaro 3-1. 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Saguaro as Kyle Young leads off. And Young takes the first pitch low for a ball. It'll be Young, Tingley, and then Anderson at the top of the order. The 1-0. That's a cross for a strike from Sam Knapp. Sam comes in with an 0-2 record on the year, but very low ERA, 1.62 earned run average. 21 2/3 innings pitched, as the next one is inside, 2-1. 15 hits allowed, 9 walks, and 17 strikeouts. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off on the third base side, and it's 2-2. Knapp ready again, and the 2-2. And a line drive down the left field side, and that's going to get just inside the line. And that's going to be extra bases as Young makes his way to second base. He's in as the throw comes back in. That's a leadoff double for Saguaro. SaberCats started the first inning with 3 straight base hits, 2 infield singles, and then a 2-run triple.
Second baseman, number 1, Ben Tingley.
Now with Young at second base and nobody out, the batter is Ben Tingley. Tingley with a ground ball, and that's knocked down by Taylor Scott onto first base. And the play made. It's a couple of good infield plays that have been successful for Notre Dame, and then Scott had to go a long way back in the first inning to get a ground ball that got just past him. He slowed it down to keep it from going to the outfield. But on this one, he makes the catch of the ground ball and throws the runner out at first base. Young goes to third on the play. Now Austin Anderson, who had an infield single his first time up, bats for the second time and lifts a fly ball to right field. Barry going back will get under it. The runner will tag, and the throw is up the line, and Saguaro scores run number 4 on a sacrifice fly. So Anderson the second out of the inning, but the run in makes it 4-1.
Center fielder, number 3, Zach Gibbons.
And the batter is Zach Gibbons. We didn't get through Anderson's numbers, but he came in batting .333 with 6 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 15 knocked in. And now this pitch fouled out of play on the first base side for strike 1. Gibbons a .377 hitter with a homer and 9 knocked in, also 3 doubles and 3 triples on the year. The 0-1 is a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. 4-1 Saguaro, bottom of the second inning. The 2-strike pitch. And a swing and a miss. Like a frisbee breaking ball there, and Gibbons not able to connect. And the inning is over. Saguaro scores a run on 1 hit. And after 2 innings of play, it's the SaberCats 4 and the Saints 1. Top of the order for Notre Dame as Casey Scott leads off and takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Casey Scott, Taylor Scott, Brian Papour for Notre Dame. The 1-strike pitch. It's low and it's 1-1. Casey came into the ballgame batting .403, 10 doubles, 3 triples, and 10 knocked in. Now time called, and Scott steps out. Casey flying out to left his first time up. And Kiley winds in the 1-1. Breaking ball outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Saguaro with 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Notre Dame got 1 in the top of the second, and Saguaro got 1 in the bottom of the inning. 4-1 the score. And Casey takes one on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball and a tapper right back to the pitcher, Kiley. He's got it, throws a strike to first base, and that's the first down of the inning.
Second baseman, number 25, Taylor Scott.
Now Taylor Scott batting .369, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 19 knocked in. And yanks a ball down the left field line, but foul. Taylor has taken over the team lead in RBI now. Baseball got on the field on that foul ball, and so we get a little break in the action. 1 out of the top of the third. Notre Dame trailing Saguaro 4-1. The 0-1 outside and bounced in for ball 1. It's 1-1 on Taylor. And Kiley with the 1-1. And that's fouled out of play on the first base side. Count of a ball and 2 strikes now on Scott, with Brian Papour on deck for Notre Dame. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled off, and that'll rattle into the Sabercat dugout on the third base side. Back to the wind, and another 1-2, and another foul ball. This one rolls foul over on that third base side. 1 out, and the base is empty for Notre Dame in the top of the third inning. The 1-2. And Taylor Scott with a fly ball, hit well out to left field, and this one hits off the bottom of the fence. Ball gets back in quickly, but Taylor Scott in to second base with a 1-out double. For Scott, his 6th double of the year.
First baseman, number 2, Brian Papour.
And he's in scoring position for Brian Papour, who struck out to end the first. And a breaking ball is high for ball 1. Papour bats .396. Four doubles, a triple, 10 knocked in. And a breaking ball on the inside corner. The 1-1. Fouled out of play down the right field side, and it's 1-2. Now the set of the 1-2. And strike 3 is called. Papour looked back as though the pitch nearly hit him. But that's got to be a 12-6 drop on the breaking ball if it catches the inside corner like that. And so 2 away for Joey Greco. Entered the ball game hitting .364, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 18 knocked in, and he doubled his first time up. So now 4 doubles on the year as he takes strike 1. Dogging ball out to talk to Kiley again. 4-1 Saguaro with Notre Dame batting in the top of the third. Breaking ball bounced in. Now the set, and we'll look back to second, the 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball lifted out to center field. Gibbons calling for it, and he's got it to retire the side. Saints get a one-out double, but the runner is left at second base as we move to the home half of the third. Notre Dame trails Saguaro 4-1. 3, 4, and 5 in the order for Saguaro. Chris Ackman with a fly ball out to right field. Barry circling and just in fair territory makes the catch. One pitch and one out in the third, and you know at a high school stadium that ball might have got out. At some of the high schools around town as Brandon Demarest bats. It's 3:30 down the line in right field here at Scottsdale Stadium as the fastball is outside for a ball. 360 down the line and left, and 430 to straightaway center field. Big outfield. And a soft tapper up the middle. Taylor Scott's got to wait for it, and he fields and fires to first. And there's 2 away. We missed the numbers on both of the hitters to bat for Saguaro in the inning. Chris Ackman, the leadoff hitter, 462 average. I mentioned his RBI total, but now 9 doubles, 4 triples, 6 homers, and 38 knocked in. Brandon Demarest had knocked in 14, but just a 226 hitter out of the cleanup spot. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1, but Demarest 4 doubles, 2 homers, 14 knocked in. He did knock in his 15th run of the year on a ground out back in the first. But now it's Reed Austin at the plate with a 1-strike count. He takes the next pitch low, and it's 1-1. Austin hitting .350, 3 doubles, 3 homers, 11 knocked in. The 1-1 pitch. That's bounced in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs and the base is empty in the bottom of the third. Saguaro leading Notre Dame 4-1. This is a non-PowerPoint game for both of these teams. As the next pitch is low and away, 3-1. Saints will be back to region play and back to PowerPoint games tomorrow. Out at Maricopa at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And a breaking ball for a strike. Runs the count full at 3-2. So 6 o'clock at Maricopa tomorrow night, then 7 o'clock at home against Seton on Friday. And a breaking ball for strike 3, and that will do it as Saguaro goes up and down in order in the third inning. 6 in a row retired now by Knapp. After 3, the SaberCats lead Notre Dame 4-1. Joey Levisu leads off for Notre Dame in the fourth and takes the first pitch high for a ball. Levisu came in batting .356, 4 doubles, 2 homers, 15 knocked in. The 1-0. And a fly ball out to right center field, and the right fielder Young calls for it and makes the catch. And that's the first out.
Center fielder, number 15, Bobby Conan.
Bobby Conan for the Saints, a .288 batter with 2 doubles and a homer. He's knocked in 11. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Saints trailing 4-1 as they hit in the top of the fourth. And Conan trying to bunt his way on, bunts through it for strike 1. Conan called out on strikes his first time up. The 0-1. Outside and low as it bounced in there, and it's a ball and a strike. DeWine and the 1-1 pitch. Misses low as it comes off the glove of Doggenbaugh. It's 2-1. Kiley back to it, the 2-1 pitch. And a breaking ball hit back up the middle and into center field. A base hit for Conan. Bobby aboard at first base with 1 out for Greg Hopkins. Hopkins with an RBI ground out his first time up. Throw to first, and the ball comes out of Demarest's glove. The throw wasn't in time anyway. Hopkins batting .333 with 3 doubles and a home run. Runner goes, ball hit on the ground, and it's a fair ball inside the bag and down the line. Runner's going to be waved around, and the throw goes to second base. Hopkins gets in with an RBI double as Conan scores on the play, and Notre Dame trails 4-2.
Left fielder, number 5, Robert Mann.
Hopkins with his 4th double and his 10th run knocked in. And now Robert Mann, who walked his first time up. Mann batting just .179, but he has had some big hits here for Notre Dame the last couple of weeks. Takes outside for a ball, and to attest to that, the RBI total up to 8 now. 4-2, Sabercats, the 1-0. And that's a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-1. One and one on man, 1 on, 1 out, and 1 in. And another breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-2. Kiley sets the 1-2 pitch. Bounced in, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And a breaking ball swung on and missed. That strikeout is the 2nd out of the inning, and it brings up Stephen Berry.
Right fielder, number 20, Stephen Berry.
5th strikeout for Dalton Kiley. A 1-0 record on the year, just 10 2/3 innings thrown for Saguaro. 7 hits allowed, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. And the first one to Berry is outside for a ball. Stephen batting .226 with a double and 9 knocked in. Check back to second base, the 1-0. Inside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. The set again, the 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled off at the plate. One and 2 on Berry. And the pitch, foul back. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And a ground ball to short. Picked up, pump, and a throw to first base. And that is in time to retire the side. Barry grounds out, and the Saints are done in the fourth. They add a run on 2 hits and leave one. And midway through the ball game, Notre Dame trails Saguaro by a score of 4-2. Bottom of the fourth inning, Alec Dalgenbaugh took the first pitch for a ball. The second pitch is a line drive into left field for a base hit. And a leadoff single for the SaberCats in the fourth inning.
Shortstop number 18, Josh Champman.
Dalgenbaugh the catcher, so he comes off for a courtesy runner. Ryan Comfort will run. So Dalgenbaugh aboard at first. He came in, or actually his courtesy runner is, but he got a base hit and came in batting .344 with 5 doubles and 3 RBI. And Knapp will throw to first base, but the runner is back. And the lights have taken a lot of effect here in the last few minutes, so the coloring has changed some as they pitch to Chapman is near the outside corner for a strike. Chapman, a .283 hitter, 4 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. He's knocked in 12. 4-2 Saguaro after the Saints got a run in the second. Saguaro answered with a run in the bottom of the second inning. We'll see if they can answer again here in the fourth. Another throw to first and the runner back. Here at Scottsdale Stadium in Scottsdale, Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. We're at the spring training home of the San Francisco Giants. A swing and a miss, but the ball in the dirt will get away from Greco, and a wild pitch will move the runner to second base. Nothing in 2 to Chapman. They'll look back to second and the 0-2. And Knapp steps off. Nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Saguaro up 4-2. The 2-strike pitch. And a line drive hit back up the middle into center field. Kona was playing deep, and he will not have a chance to throw that runner out as the ball comes into the infield, cut off by Papour. It's an RBI single for Chapman, and sure enough, the SaberCats do answer Notre Dame's run in the top of the inning. They get one here with still nobody out. It's now 5-2 SaberCats. And the batter is Kyle Young. Young doubled and scored his first time up, came in hitting .357. Now with his 7th double and 7 RBIs, and that'll get the bullpen started for Notre Dame as Greco is out to talk to Knapp. The first pitch to Kyle Young misses for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball, and maybe Greco helps that one out a little bit. And the count's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play on the left side, and it's 1-2. A run in for Saguaro in the bottom of the fourth inning with Chapman aboard at first and nobody out. 5-2 SaberCats. The 1-2. That looked like a pretty good spot. call the ball, and it's 2-2. Will King is the relief pitcher getting loose down in the Saints bullpen. Actually, it's a combined bullpen today. Runner goes, and the pitch gets past Greco. But the runner will stay put as Chapman steals his third base of the year. And the count goes to 3-2 on Young. Anyway, playing in the stadium here, and instead of getting both bullpens opened up, and which would then mean more cleanup for the grounds crew afterward, they open up just the left field bullpen, and so I guess the teams will share it. A fly ball to left center field, and it's Bobby Conan who calls for it, and he's got it for the first out. Young flies out, and it brings up Ben Tingley.
Second baseman, number 1, Ben Tingley.
Tingley, a .250 hitter with 4 doubles and 4 knocked in. He grounded out to Taylor Scott his first time up. And a breaking ball to Tingley on the corner for a strike. The 0-1. Fastball is outside, and it's 1-1. Couple of hits in the inning, 6 in the ball game now for the SaberCats to go with 5 runs. Notre Dame 2 runs on 5 hits. Neither team has committed an error. The 1-1 bounced in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Two 1 pitch. Ground ball into the hole. Caught by Casey Scott. He'll throw it to Levisi. And the umpire called him safe at third base, almost as though he didn't expect the ball to go that way. Coach Gianni will come out of the dugout. And Coach Gianni will talk with that base umpire. And now going to ask his partner to maybe help him out, and if in case maybe he made the wrong call, maybe he can get his partner to bail him out here and make the or overturn the call, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. It'll go as an infield base hit unless the play is changed. And it will stay as a safe call. So an infield single puts Tingley on. Chapman goes to third, and the runners are at the corners with 1 out for Austin Anderson. And now time is called by Coach Gianni. Playing in the bottom of the 4th, the Saints trail Saguaro 5-2. Austin Anderson into bat for the SaberCats, and the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. The 2-strike pitch. That's bounced in. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Anderson, with runners at first and third and 1 away. The 1-2 pitch. A little bit low, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch as the runner goes. The pitch missed, and then Saints throw the ball around a little bit, but both runners are safe as Tingley steals second. The count goes to 3-2 on Anderson. For Tingley, that's his first stolen base of the year. The third of the game for the SaberCats. Infield comes in, and a swing and a miss on a 3-2 pitch. Anderson strikes out for the second out of the fourth. The batter is Zach Gibbons.
Center fielder, number 3, Zach Gibbons.
And the first pitch fouled off for strike one. Gibbons with an infield single and a run scored in the first, and he struck out in the second. Cool night here at Scottsdale Stadium. Again, at least from what we've been used to the last couple of days. We're pushing 90 for the temperature on Monday. Next pitch high, and it's 1-1. Check back to second, the 1-1. He is bounced in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Saints playing a difficult part of the schedule just from the sheer number of games. They knew it was going to be this way, especially once this one was set after the rainout back in March. The pitch is high, and it's 3 balls and a strike. But the combination of this one being rescheduled to tonight and Notre Dame adding a game with McClintock to help the Chargers fill out their schedule as a breaking ball is across the plate for a strike. 3-2 now on Gibbons, but the combination of those two things makes it a 5-game week for Notre Dame. The 3-2. And a slow tapper fouled off on the third base side. And again, the Saints, knew that it was going to stack up this way, but still doesn't make it any easier. I suppose maybe it helps somewhat that it's consistent in that it's several games each week, as opposed to playing 5 in one week and then 2 in the next. Saints play 4, 4, 5, and 3 the final 4 weeks of this regular season. Knapp ready again, a 3-2 pitch. And a slow tapper, and Knapp's got it. He'll fire it to first base. It's wide and down the right field line. And now Barry's throw goes to second base. Scott applies the tag, and the runner is out, but 2 runs come in for Saguaro. They get a runner thrown out at second base. It'll be, I believe, an E1 all the way. And then Barry to Taylor Scott, throws out Gibbons, and the inning is over. But for Saguaro in the fourth, they score 3 times on 3 hits. Notre Dame commits their first error, and no runners left on. After 4 innings of play, it's now Saguaro 7 and Notre Dame 2. Top of the order for Notre Dame, and now the Saints with some work to do as they trail by 5. Starting the 5th inning, and the first pitch to Casey Scott is low for ball 1. It's Casey Scott, Taylor Scott, Brian Papour for the Saints in the 5th inning. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And a fly ball out to right center field. Actually didn't get very deep at all coming off the bat. Thought it might get to the outfield, but it's just the second baseman Tingley back in the outfield grass for the catch, and there's one away. And now the batter is Taylor Scott. So Saguaro made a change, as I believe it's Brad McFarland that has taken over in center field for the SaberCats. And see a signal from the umpire as Scott swings and misses for a strike. Taylor 1 for 2 today as he doubled his last time up. The 0-1. And a line shot. That's going to get out to center field, and that's going to get between the outfielders. And Scott's going to have extra bases again. Here comes Taylor running around second. He'll go on his way to third base. And he's in at third with a one-out triple. So a double and a triple for Scott in the ball game. And it brings up Brian Papour.
First baseman number 2, Brian Papour.
Now the Saints in a situation where they got to get this run in, and they're really looking for more base runners. Down 7-2, batting in the 5th. And a ground ball will get the run in. Picked up by the shortstop. Chapman in the throw, and not going to be a question again because of the play at first base. And we'll see what happens here as Papour is called out by the base umpire. And it's changed to a safe call. So Scott scores as Papour reaches out the error, gets an RBI as he comes up with his 11th RBI of the year. And the batter is Joey Greco. First one to Greco inside for a ball. Saints with a run now in the 5th, trailing 7-3. And a line drive down the left field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. Coming to third base is Papour as Greco stops at second. And it's Joey's second double of the night and his 5th of the year. Ramos runs at second base as the courtesy runner for Greco. And we get a SaberCat timeout playing in the 5th. It's 7-3. And time called again as Saguaro had bullpen activity. And I guess with back-to-back timeouts here, this will be a pitching change for the SaberCats playing in the 5th. It's 7-3. Joey Lovisi going after the first pitch with a new pitcher up there, and he fouls it back for a strike. It's Josh Champman, a senior, on the pitch for the SaberCats, a 1-0 record with a save, 6.10 earned run average, 10 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 8 walks, and 15 strikeouts. And he drops a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. 1 out and a couple of runners in scoring position. A chance for the Saints to get back in it here if they can cash in on these 2 runs. The 0-2 is a fastball and it's low. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Papour at third. Ramos running for Greco at second. The 1-2. And that's fouled off down the right side. 1-2 on Lavisi. Notre Dame down 7-3. And a swing and a miss. So a strikeout. That's the second out of the fifth inning. And the batter is Bobby Conan.
Center fielder number 15, Bobby Conan.
Conan with a single his last time up. And takes one down the middle for strike one. Notre Dame with a run in the second, one in the fourth, and one in the fifth. Saguaro 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and 3 runs in the fifth. The 0-1. Bounced in, and it goes to the backstop. That'll get a run in for Notre Dame. Coming home to touch the plate is Brian Papore, and it's 7-4. And Ramos moves to third on the play. Well, Saints wouldn't mind if Champman doubles up on the wild pitch and get one more in here. The set and the 1-1. The fastball at the knees for a strike. The set from Chapman, the 1-2. Fastball outside, 2-2. And that will do it as Conan is down on strikes. Chapman comes in with a couple of runners in scoring position and gets 2 strikeouts. Did throw a wild pitch to bring in another run, and the Saints get 2 in the fifth. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's Saguaro 7 and Notre Dame 4. Notre Dame also goes to the bullpen as Will King begins the fifth inning, and Chris Ahmed takes a strike on the outside corner. Chris with a 2-run triple and a fly out, 1 for 2 on the night. The 0-1 is swung out and missed, and it's 0-2. The line and the 1-1. And a line drive out of play on the first base side. Ahmed, Demarest, and Austin for the SaberCats in the fifth. Give you the lines on the starting pitcher. Sam Knapp for Notre Dame went 4 innings. As the 0-2 pitch is skipped in there, and it's 1-2. 4 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. The 1-2. And a ground ball out to short. Casey Scott pumps once and fires to first. And there's one away.
First baseman number 10, Brandon Demarest.
Now Brandon Demarest for Saguaro. Their starter Dalton Kiley went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits. As the first one is across for a strike. 4 runs, 3 earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Next one low, and it's 1-1. 1 out, base is empty in the bottom of the fifth. 7-4 Saguaro. Pitch on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. The wind and the 1-2 pitch. That's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reed Austin scheduled to be next, but got a different guy in the on-deck circle for the SaberCats. Now the 2-2. And that's a fly ball hit well out to right field. Berry back to the warning track, reaches up, and makes the catch. So Berry with a nice play in right field for the second out. And the pinch hitter is Kurt Janke.
Number 8, Kurt Janke.
So Janke hits for the first time, a senior, hitting 143 with a home run and 2 knocked in. And the first pitch across for strike one. The 0-1. That's high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. A swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. King's pitching numbers not on the Max Preps website. As a ground ball is to Casey Scott and to first base. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Will King. And we head to the 6th inning with the score. Saguaro 7 and Notre Dame 4. Bottom third of the order for Notre Dame in the 6th as Greg Hopkins takes the first pitch low for a ball. Hopkins with an RBI ground out his first time up. And an RBI double his last time. 1 for 2, but a couple of runs knocked in. A couple of more changes for Saguaro. As the 1-0 pitch is fouled out of play on the left side, and it's 1-1. But Janke is in at shortstop. Brandon Demers went from first base to third base, and Brett Sasemski is the new SaberCat first baseman. Pitch is low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Foul back, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. And a fly ball out to right field. And there for the catch is the right fielder Kyle Young, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder number 5.
Robert Mann, who has walked, had struck out in 2 plate appearances. First pitch, a fastball low for ball 1. 7-4 Saguaro. Saints running out of outs here in the 6th inning. Just 5 outs to go. Pitch across for a strike, and it's 1-1. And a big chance to get back in the ball game in the 5th inning for Notre Dame as they had runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. And weren't able to extend the inning much as Mann takes outside, and it's 2-1. They did get a run in on a wild pitch, but 2 strikeouts into the inning. The 2-1. Popped up right side. And a diving catch by the second baseman, Ben Tingley, as he leaves his feet but hangs on. And there's 2 out. A nice play down the line there for Tingley.
Right fielder number 20, Stephen Berry.
And it brings up Stephen Berry. Chapman taking a little extra time. Now ready in his first pitch is a fastball low for ball one. Again, Chapman threw a wild pitch to bring in a run, but he's retired all 4 hitters he's faced. The 1-0. A fastball outer half of the plate for a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball into the hole at short. Yankees got it. Throws to first base in time, and it's a 3-up, 3-down Saints 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Saguaro 7 and Notre Dame 4. Alec Doggenbaugh, the leadoff hitter for Saguaro. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Notre Dame with a new pitcher out there as Chris Watson is on to pitch the 6th. The 1-0. It's outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Watson 2-1 on the season. And a pop-up down the left field side, coming in man, and a little basket catch there, and a nonchalant flip to Casey Scott. And there's one away.
The shortstop, number 18,
Josh Champman. So Watson, as I mentioned, 2-1 on the year, 3.59 earned run average, 13 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 9 walks, 8 strikeouts, 5 hit batters. And the first pitch up and in for a ball. Chapman 1 for 2. He had an RBI single his last time up. And laces that one down the right field side, but it's up into the bleacher seats down the line, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball high, and it's 2-1. Now some changes for Notre Dame defensively as Chapman swings and misses, and it's 2-2. Taylor Scott is now in center field, and Izzy Ramos at second base. Watson misses outside, and it's 3-2. 7-4 Saguaro. SaberCats batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 3-2. And it's inside, ball 4. A 1-out walk brings up Kyle Young. Chapman will come off the field for a courtesy runner.
Right fielder, number 11, Kyle Young.
And it'll be Ryan Comfort again to run for the SaberCats.
Running at first base for the SaberCats, number 2, Ryan Comfort.
Runner goes, and the ball hit into left field. That's a base hit. Man will get it back in quickly, but Young on the first pitch. Signals to left, and now 2 aboard for a pinch hitter. As Saguaro sends up Jesse Swanson.
For the SaberCats, number 12, Jesse Swanson.
Swanson 0 for 11 on the season. And he bats with 2 aboard and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, a fastball, high for ball 1. They'll look back to second base. The 1-0 as the runners go. The ball is a fly ball into right field. Saints are going to have a chance to double up the runners. The throw goes to second and out there as Barry made the catch and fires to double up Comfort, the courtesy runner for Chapman. So Swanson flies out and flies into a double play. Goes 9-6 on the putout of Chapman. And the side retired. No runs a hit and one left. To the seventh we go. The Saints trail Saguaro 7-4. Top of the order for the Saints in the seventh inning. Notre Dame needing base runners. And there's a start as Scott hits a ball down the line into right field. And coming into second base there to lead off the inning. And now Casey's going to try for third. The throw to third base. And safe at third as the throw came in, and it was, I believe, mishandled by the first baseman. I was looking at the play out at second, saw Casey kind of round the bag, and then
second baseman 25, Taylor Scott.
He broke for the bag. So a quick timeout here for Saguaro. Taylor Scott will bat. Saints down 7-4. Taylor Scott. And Scott takes a fastball low for ball one. Taylor with a double and a triple. 2 for 3 on the day as he tripled and scored his last time up. The 1-0. Right back up the middle into center field, and the Saints will get the tying run to the plate in the seventh inning as Scott comes through his third hit. And the RBI, his 20th of the year. And the batter is Brian Papour. So Casey Scott scores the 5th run of the ball game for Notre Dame. Saints now trail 7-5, but again, Notre Dame gets the tying run to the plate in the 7th inning. And 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. Papour takes a breaking ball for strike one. Turn and no throw to first. The balk is called as Taylor goes to second base. No complaint from the Saguaro dugout. And so apparently Chapman did not step off. The 1-strike pitch is a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. 7-5 Saguaro. Notre Dame batting in the top of the 7th. And strike 3 is called. Papour the first out.
Catcher number 12, Joey Greco.
Now Joey Greco's got a couple of doubles tonight. First one bounced in and down to the feet. Taylor Scott will get to third base on the wild pitch. Yeah, nice to move the runner up. Other ways to score him. A few more ways than if he's at second base. The wild pitch, the pass ball, balk, all those different kinds of things. But it's still a hitter at the plate that'll make the difference. On a check swing, Greco did not go around, and now he's ahead on the count. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out with a runner at third, and Notre Dame down 7-5. The 2-0. Low for a ball, 3-0. The set, the 3-0 pitch. Greco's got to take it, and it's a strike. It's 3-1. The set and the 3-1. Outside corner, a strike, and it's 3-2. A run in for Notre Dame, down 2, batting in the top of the 7th, trying to come from behind here. The 3-2. And a fly ball into shallow center field. Might be trouble going out. The second baseman, Tingley, with the catch. Actually, I don't think it's Tingley out there, but the second catch, or the second out, is made. And the batter is Joey Levisi.
Third baseman, number 9, Joey Levisi.
Yeah, it looks like it is Jesse Swanson who hit for Tingley in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's out there in the 7th. And the batter, Joey Levisi, who had a base hit in the 2nd, 1 for 3 on the day. And a breaking ball for a strike. The set of the 1-strike pitch. And a swing and a miss. It's 0-2, and just like that, after a very promising start to the inning, Notre Dame down to their final strike with 2 outs in the 7th, trailing 7-5. The set and the 2-strike pitch. And a slow ground ball over to third. That's picked up. Throw low, and it gets away at first base, and the inning will continue for Notre Dame as a run is in to make it 7-6. Coach Gianni coming down the line here, and we may get a runner at first base. We play in the 7th. It's now 7-6. Izzy Ramos bats with the tying run at first and the go-ahead run at the plate. Schaefer Whitaker running at first. Throw to first, and Whitaker dives back. Saguaro 7, Notre Dame 6. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Breaking ball. Bounced in. 2 balls and no strikes. Saguaro really playing Ramos to hit it the other way. Center fielder well around toward right center. Left fielder way off the line. There's a pitch for a strike. That's one half of the puzzle. The other part of it, though, is the pitcher is, if you're going to play the hitter that way, then you need to pitch that way. If you leave something over the inside part of the plate and Ramos can turn on it, they'd run for a while. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. An error has prolonged the inning and brought in another run for Notre Dame. Down to their final strike once more. Ramos with a swing and a miss. The ball down in the dirt, and Saguaro will throw it down to first base, and that will do it as Notre Dame gets a couple of runs in the 7th inning, but not enough as they fall to Saguaro by a final of 7-6. Dalton Kiley gets the win. Sam Knapp takes the loss for Notre Dame. And that will do it then as the Saints fall to 13-10 overall. They'll be back at it in region play tomorrow night over at Maricopa for a 6 o'clock start. As Saguaro wins and gets their 20th win of the year, they'd improve to 20-5 in the season. They've got just 3 games left in their regular season schedule. So that does it. Again, our final, Saguaro 7 and Notre Dame 6 from Scottsdale Stadium in Scottsdale. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. We'll talk to you tomorrow night in Maricopa.